Hi everyone! Off the rip, let me say welcome to Go Natural English. My name is Ryan, and today I'm talking about American slang words. If you missed part of that, off the rip is a term which refers to the beginning or the start of something. So for example, I could say LeBron James dunked off the rip, which means he dunked at the beginning of the game. This summer I was working with British people, and I would use terms like off the rip that they didn't understand. And they would also use words and terms that I didn't understand. For example, I remember they said, "Are you taking the Michael? You take the Michael?" And I thought this was really funny, but I didn't understand it. And I think it means to be joking or to be kidding. But anyway, today we're not talking about British slang. Today we're talking about American slang.
Hi everyone, before the video starts, I just want to tell you about our newsletter. Every single week, Go Natural English is sending free fluency tips directly to your inbox. Learn English faster, improve your accent, have better reading comprehension. Every single week, that's what we're giving to you for free. Sign up with your email in the description. It's the first link. Click on the description, click on the first link, and there you go.
So for sure, you've heard slang before. It's everywhere. It's in music, in movies, in social media, spoken all the time between friends and between people, between native speakers. Slang is super useful because it helps us to connect better. It helps us to sound more natural. And slang is also important to recognize because it doesn't have, it's a word that everyone might know, but it doesn't have the definition that everyone might know. So make sure you watch all the way to the end to find out which words you do already know and which ones you don't. And leave a comment and let us know which ones you think you can put into your day-to-day life. And hey, if you like this content and you like this video, consider giving us a thumbs up. It helps build the community and helps us keep this channel going for you. And if you're a real savage, subscribe. All right, let's get after it. So the first word that we learned today is to get after. To get after something means to start something emphatically or start something with a lot of determination or focused mindset. So David Goggins, he has a challenge where you have to run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. This is pretty intense. And I have a friend, Carlos, who did this challenge. And at the beginning, he said, "Ryan, let's get after it." He wanted me to do it with him, but I didn't do it. You can say, "Man, I love English. I really want to learn. Let's get after it." Next up, number 2 is a real one. Now you might think, a real one? So it's not fake? Kinda. In a slang term, a real one is a person who is really loyal or genuine. A good person. So for example, I could say, my friend Forrest Summers, yeah, he's a real one. And that means that he's really cool, he's really awesome, he's really genuine guy. Next up, number 3, savage. So earlier I said, if you subscribe to the channel, then you're a savage. And this would mean that you're a really cool person or really awesome. Now, savage has several meanings and different definitions depending on how you use it. But most of the time, if you're calling somebody a savage in a sporting event or as a noun, like you are a savage, you're probably saying to them that they are really cool or that they're awesome. Savage could also mean somebody who is super direct or overly critical about something. So if you know me, you know that I love working with kids. And when I've worked with kids, a lot of times we sing songs, especially for ESL kids. And in these songs, we combine words with actions. And there's a song called 60s Party, and one of the words and actions is flex. And we say flexy, 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 flex, flexy, 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 flex. And it's really funny, but normally we associate flexing with showing your muscles, showing off your guns. But flex in slang is a way to show off something else. If your friend had a big watch, lots of diamonds on, and it was shimmering, say, "Whoa, man, he's flexing. Look at that flex." So there's also a Post Malone song called Go Flex, where he says, "Man, I just want to go flex, gold on my teeth and on my neck." So he's saying that he wants to flex by having gold on his teeth and gold necklaces. All right, next up is dead. I'm not talking about somebody who has ceased to live. When you use dead in the slang sense, you're saying that something is really funny or hysterical. There's an old Vine of a famous basketball player named Kyrie Irving who uses these two meanings of the word dead in a video. And it's something like this. He says, "Ha ha, I'm dead." And then it cuts to this. So he's using both meanings. So if you say I'm dead, it means that you think something's really funny and it made you laugh. Number 6 is trippin'. Now, if someone's trippin', that means that they're acting crazy or saying some foolish things. If my friend Freddie came up to me and said, "Ryan, I just saw a pink elephant in an avalanche," I could look at him and say, "Dude, you're trippin'." Now, trippin' can also refer to somebody who has taken way too many drugs and is having a pretty crazy reaction to it. So just be aware of the difference. If you've been saving up a lot of money, you've been looking forward to buying a dream car, you just did it, you just got a new car, you can say that I just got a brand new whip. Now, we all know that whip is the thing that you might use with a horse if you're riding in a horse race and whoosh, there's a whip, or Indiana Jones, you know. But a whip in a slang term is a car. Now, whip usually refers to a nicer or a fancier car, but if you want to be kind of funny or cheeky, you can say, for example, to a PT Cruiser. My brother used to have a PT Cruiser and he would call it his whip, and it just sounds funny because it's not that cool. Number 8 is a word that we've probably all heard of, and it's chill. So if you use it as an adjective and you call somebody chill, that means they're really agreeable, they're laid back, they're nice, they're friendly. And if you use chill as a verb, so to chill, it's saying, do you want to hang out? So if I'm in the park and I see my buddy, hey man, you want to chill? You want to chill after you're finished with your workout? Do you want to hang out? You can use it like that. So next up is a word that is used a lot in hip hop culture, in certain movies. Floyd Mayweather, you could definitely say he has a lot of these, and it's bands. Now, bands is a reference to rubber bands, which is referencing when you have a lot of rubber bands wrapped around money. So if somebody has bands, it means they have a lot of money. And so Floyd Mayweather, he usually carries around $1 million in a backpack. So you could say, yeah, Floyd, he has a lot of bands. So if you have a lot of money and it's wrapped up, or if it's not wrapped up, you could say, yeah, he's got bands. And speaking of money, another term which refers to wealth or a large amount of money is loaded. So for example, if I knew someone who had a mansion, then I could say, man, that guy is loaded. If my cousin Scotty had a private jet and a yacht in Dubai, I could say, yeah, my cousin Scotty is loaded. So loaded is a general term for wealth. It's most appropriately used in situations that's not referencing a famous person. So for example, I wouldn't say Michael Jordan is loaded. He does have a lot of money, but I would just say he's wealthy. Loaded is more like referring to your neighbor, someone who's not necessarily famous. So number 11 is ghost. Now, we all know ghosts, paranormal activity, woo! To ghost somebody, using it as a verb, means to completely stop talking to somebody, usually without explanation or without telling them what happened or why. So for example, a few days ago, I was supposed to play basketball with a friend, but he never showed up. He ghosted me, and he didn't tell me until afterwards. Number 12 and 13 are fun because they look like they would be opposites, but they actually mean the same thing. So if I'm down to do something, if I'm down for something, that means that I'm willing to do it. If my friend Foofy asks me, hey Ryan, do you want to come to Sweden? I can say, I'm down for that. But I can also say, I'm up for that. So I'm up for and I'm down for mean the same thing. Hey Ryan, do you want to learn German later? Yeah, man, I'm down for that. Yeah, I'm up for that. Both work, both sound natural, both are good. Number 14 is becoming really popular, especially in gaming circles and in a lot of streams. It's sus. Now, if something is sus, I think you can probably guess what it is. Suspicious. Sus means something that is shady or suspicious. Shady also means suspicious, pretty much. For example, in the game Among Us, it's a really popular game going on where there's 10 people and one person has to try to kill the other people. You have to give alibis. And if one of the alibis sounds kind of bad, you can say, dude, that sounds sus. Or Carlos, you sound sus right now. Another example could be if Microsoft called my grandma and said, ma'am, we need you to send us $500 of Google Play cards. I would say, Grandma, that sounds really sus. Don't do that. So when I was in middle school, I was always the shortest boy. I had Harry Potter glasses. I had a snaggletooth. I was really shy. I was afraid to speak in front of people. And overall, I was pretty goofy. Now, I'm still goofy, but you might say that I had a mini glow up or a transformation. I lost the glasses. I fixed my teeth. I have more confidence in speaking. So I had a mini glow up. You can also find glow up used on social media and other things like that, where people are comparing a photo between now and from maybe 10 years ago. A throwback Thursday. It'll be them, how they look now versus how they look then. And they'll say, oh, look at the glow up or something like that. Number 16 is bet. Now, I'm not talking about wagering money or, going or gambling or anything like that. Bet is a word that has a couple of different meanings. So let me give you a few examples. If my brother said to me, Ryan, I can beat you in a race, I would say bet. Now, this doesn't mean that I want to challenge him for money. Rather, I'm saying to him, I don't agree with you. Let's find out. Let's see. So if he says something negative or challenging, then when I say bet, that means that I disagree with him, or that I want to do the opposite of that, or that I think, or that I don't agree with him. If he says something positive, for example, or something that I like, and he says, hey, Ryan, do you want to go eat after the game? I say bet, and that means yes, I agree. So if he says something positive, then when you say bet, it means you agree with it. If he says something negative and you say bet, that means you don't agree with it. So remember earlier when I said, ha ha, I'm dead. And I referenced that Kyrie Irving vine. So there's another way to say I'm dead, and it's I'm weak. If you say I'm weak, that means you think something's funny and something that made you laugh. I have a friend, Forrest. He's always saying goofy jokes and making some funny faces and silly accents. Yeah, if he was doing his Arnold Schwarzenegger impression, I could say, oh man, I'm weak. All right, so this next one isn't really a thing yet. Maybe after this video, we can start to build its popularity. Maybe you've heard of the term okay boomer, which is a reference to the baby boomer generation. And it's kind of derogatory. It's saying that, yeah, this person's out of touch, or it refers to an old person that's just complaining about young people. They say, okay, boomer. And a lot of times it's people from Generation Z, the kids that are born after 1998, 2000, something like this. They're called Generation Z. A new term that I've read in different articles and online on forums like Reddit, calling these guys Zoomers. You can call people from Generation Z a Zoomer. Like I said, it's not that popular yet, but maybe we take it there. So number 19 is a combination of two words. And I want you to try to guess what they are. So when I say sheeple, what two words do you hear? Hopefully you can hear sheep and people. Sheeple. This is a somewhat derogatory term that refers to a group of people that just follow the word of someone else without really thinking for themselves. And it's a reference to how sheep just follow the shepherd. If you're playing a video game with a group of friends and you have to vote somebody out, and one person is making a claim against you and everyone else just agrees with them for no good reason, you can call them all sheep. Oh man, you guys are sheep. And then you get eliminated, unfortunately. But yeah, sheep. And it's kind of derogatory, so make sure the way you say it and who you're saying it to, make sure that you're comfortable with them so that it doesn't come across as combative. Number 20 is sketch. Now, we might know sketch as a rough drawing or maybe a blueprint for a house, or an architect might draw a sketch. But sketch is actually the short form of sketchy, which is slang for suspicious or maybe ominous. So if I'm walking around at night in the woods with a friend and we see a house with a chainsaw in the front, I would say, yo, this is sketch. Let's get out of here. Sketch is kind of like sus. I would say that sketch refers to a place or an environment rather than a person. Person can be sketch. Yeah, it feels more natural to call, a dark wooded area or a street with no street lights. That's really sketch. Finally, number 21 is cap. If someone is capping, that means that they're lying. If my friend Jasper called me and said, Ryan, I just won $2 billion, I could say, dude, stop capping. And I'm saying to him, dude, stop lying. Cap can also be used at the end of a sentence to mean seriously. For example, I love pepperoni pizza, no cap. So if you say no cap, it's like you're saying, I'm not lying, or seriously, or I really mean that. I can't wait to play tennis later, no cap. Those are our 21 words. If you made it this far, congratulations. Hopefully you learned a few new words that you can incorporate into your day-to-day life. And if there was a word that you weren't quite sure about or you need extra examples, leave a comment down below. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite word was that you learned today, or if you have any questions about any of the words. And if you want more English learning material from Go Natural English, you can sign up with your email. Link is down in the description. And if you want to keep learning English, you can check out one of these videos, like why you should stop saying what? Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!